Hey guys, I am thinking about doing some drawings. It's going to take quite some time, but I'm thinking about drawing up some different tattoo designs. I haven't gotten into drawing in a while. I typically draw over the winter, but this past winter I haven't felt like it, and I've got new stuff I haven't even used. These Lumograph professional pencils. Well, this one is sealed, but the Staedtler. These are fantastic pencils, and it has all the different uh, hardness of the lead, soft and hard lead. And the Derwent graphics are also fantastic. These are all professional artist pencils. These are what I use. And not many people have ever been fans of my black and white drawings. I've always actually favored them over the color drawings. But this is what the pencils look like. And I know it don't show up good on camera, but man, I'll tell you what, the results you get from these is phenomenal. And they have a brochure where they offer all kinds of other pencils as well. But the when it comes to drawing, I mean, sky's the limit. It just really depends on your imagination. And so I know with doing tattoos, well, I've done a lot of tattoo drawings for other people. I've never done them for myself. I've drawn lots of tattoos for different friends throughout the years, friends of friends, you name it. And but I've never actually drawn up a tattoo for myself. And I've got this big case. I don't even know if I can lift it. This thing weighs a ton. God almighty. I don't know why this thing is so heavy, but it's like it's lined with lead. And I bought this case online for my drawings. I've got all my pads in here, my portfolios. Got this big portfolio here. 360, that's a printing company where I live. And when it comes to tattoos, it's a completely different method. There's many different methods of drawing that I have, but it's totally completely different than anything else that you would draw. Like, for instance, I like to draw architectural buildings. I like to draw landscapes, even gardens. Like the gardens that I want to put in, I would draw up. But you know, all that stuff is different than, say, drawings like this. The bears in a tree, or this barn. See, I like drawing stuff like that. Drawing houses, log cabins, nature and wildlife, posters. I draw all my own posters. This is a series that I still haven't worked on since the 70s, the 80s, and I was going to do the 60s and the 50s. But when it comes to tattoos, this is more of like what I'm talking about. The one over here is what's called a shadow drawing, because you can either create the drawing to be in the forefront and then draw around it to make it like three-dimensional, or you can just make your drawing by shading. So you're shading from the outside to the center, and then the center is what, according to how you shade, is how you make the drawing. So I like to draw horses, because I used to do horseback riding. So I really love horses a lot. Really love those animals. More wildlife. A winter scene with the deer. And then an abandoned house. So this is my typical type of drawing. This is what people know me for. But that's like something that could be a tat. This tiger. So I would draw it out on paper, and I can do it either black and white or color. This is a couple drawings. I've done a lot of drawings of Jesus. And this one drawing right here is the only drawing. It was after I had my surgery on my right hand because I'm right-handed. And this is the only drawing. Now, one is color and one is black and white, but it's the only drawing I ever did with my left hand. And it was the first time in my life I ever drew with a pencil with my left hand. This one right here. I cannot draw with my left hand at all. So I wasn't too happy with that drawing, but trying to draw left-handed when you've never done it before in your life. And that's why I signed it down below. And I even signed it left-handed, and I can't write left-handed. But I drew that with my left hand. Man, my elbow, you guys, is not getting better. I need to get my brace put back on it. But yeah, if I go in for another surgery, I mean, that's what I do. So trying to draw left-handed is, that was difficult. That was really difficult because I don't have the discipline control of my left hand. Like my right hand, I could draw in my sleep. I could draw with my eyes closed. Matter of fact, I've done it. I used to practice drawing with my eyes closed and just drawing from my mind to guide the pencil on the paper. And then when I was done and I would open my eyes, I'd have a picture. But I would do stuff like this, like people's pets. The person that I drew this for, when I showed it to him, and I've asked other people, I said, does this look like their dog? This is like a mascot to a company. And when I showed it to other people, they said, man, that looks just like their dog. But the owner was pissed and they did not want it. They got quite upset. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I get different responses from different people. But, you know, I've done cartooning. Now, I'd have to say, out of all the years that I've been drawing, the one thing that I've always wanted to do that was my biggest dream of all, like you got different artists that say, I'd like to be a master painter, or I'd like to be a graphic designer, or I'd like to be a tattoo artist, or whatever. I've had people ask me why I'm not a tattoo artist. It's just because of health reasons, you know, that you could get into trouble if, you know, there's things you got to follow that are different than just drawing on paper. You're actually putting artwork on people, human beings. So I myself wouldn't want to do that. But for me as an artist, what I would like to be most known for, if I were to be known for anything, would be to do books for children. And I wanted to write a children's book and have like little friendly critters in it and stuff, and friendly animals smiling and happy. Oh, there's a glare. That's just a collage of different small drawings that I did, but that's what I'd like to do, is to draw stuff for children. Like here's the rest of it. Rudy the Rainbow. I've tried to get in with authors and stuff like that, but here's some tattoo drawings I did for some people right there. Just different stuff. And it's kind of funny because when I look back on my drawings, It's like a lot of it, I draw it better than I did. It's like every year it just gets better. You guys probably remember this one. This time lapse drawing is on my channel of the eagle flying over the mountains. I don't know how well you can see that because these are all in plastic. They're in my portfolio that is acid free to protect the drawings. But and then the tree frog. That would probably make a tattoo for somebody, you know, make it smaller. But and then like survival illustrations, I've done that. For survival in the woods, how to build different structures and what have you. So that's what I love doing. So I'm thinking about doing some tattoos just for parts of my arm, just on the forearm. I'm not doing a sleeve that would go all the way up to the shoulder, just both forearms and some type of really nice design tattoo that would be like 11 inches long by 3 inches wide, and it would just partially wrap over the top of the forearm, not all the way around. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe a tattoo artist would have different ideas or could suggest things, but I've got all kinds of drawing pads in here, small, medium, and large. I've got stuff that I keep. I don't know, you guys. I just like drawing different things. It could be anything, whatever. This is one that I did because I just want to, I don't know, I had this idea in my head, and I also did this for what's called Chess Magazine. It's an actual published magazine, but it's glass chess pieces with a reflection in the chessboard. I may have shown this before. I don't remember what I've shown you guys and what I haven't, but I did that for Chess Magazine. Never made any money. It's just stuff I do, you know. I've submitted my artwork all over the world, sent it to so many well-known companies, different art places. I've sent it to France and New York City, you name it. I've got lots of drawing pads, and I don't even know what I've got. But typically, if I'm going to do like for instance, to do tattoos, I would use this smaller pad right here. And these Strathmores, man, let me tell you what, I've drawn for decades on different pads, and Strathmores have always been my favorite. Strathmores. Now this one's perforated. You can get them where they've got the spiral spine on them, kind of like this. See how it's got the spiral, and this one's perforated, so you can just tear the pages out. But I've got really large pads. I used to draw on 18 by 24s, and I don't do that anymore because you can't get frames for those drawings. It's extremely hard to get frames, even in a professional framing shop. So, and then here's a Strathmore that's rectangular. I've got tons of them. But typically this size would be for that up there because it actually continues behind the matting. So if you didn't have matting, I could actually draw a picture on this and then put it in a frame like that without matting. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. And I should also, I haven't been doing anything in the outdoors, maybe I'll do another or two time-lapse drawings. Not sure what I would draw, but whatever I draw, make a time lapse of it, and then you know, speed it up and put it all together and make a video out of it, like I did my other ones that I did drawings on my channel. They're still there if you want to watch them. They're buried somewhere in my content. But so anyway, a lot of this stuff I have is what I had from college, but this case that I bought, I can't figure out for the life of me why it is so heavy. It's like this thing's lined with lead. I bought it on eBay because it's a really huge rectangular case and it holds my clipboard, all my artist pads, my pencil cases and stuff like that. And then I also have in my closet, I got a lot more art stuff in my closet. I got a whole zipper case, a really thick zipper case that's got every color you can imagine in shade for colored pencils for doing a color drawing. But my favorite thing to dabble in is the black and white, because to me, it just visually, it's so much easier for me to create in black and white than it is in color. I mean, I can do color. It's just that I like my black and white drawings that are like ink, and I've done ink drawings as well. I also have professional. I want to see if I can find some here. No, that's not it. Anyway, they're here somewhere. I've got professional drawing pens that are really super ultra fine tip for like doing tattoo work, stipple work, that type of thing, line drawings. So maybe I'll start one today. I don't know, maybe do a time lapse drawing, maybe work on some tattoo drawings to get an idea. It's something that's going to take a long time to figure out what it is I want and what's going to be in it and just how it's going to be laid out and how it's going to look. An awful lot of thought has to go into that. So it's not something you can rush. Some things may get changed. And, but at least I want to have something that I can start with and then end up with a final product that I can take to a tattoo artist and say, here's my artwork. Can you put this on my arm or arms? And then he may, because all artists are different and we all think different, but maybe he could say, well, what if we did a little more like this or whatever, because they're the ones that are professionals at it and used to doing that stuff. I'm just going to be taking on my artwork and go from there. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing. And when I come up with one, or a few, I'll show them to you guys to see what you guys think. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of work. So, but it's supposed to storm all this weekend and it's looking stormy out now. So it might be just a good day to do it. However, the lighting's not the greatest when the weather is, cloudy and gloomy. But anyway, just thought I'd share that with you guys and I'll let you know what I come up with. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.